don't believe everything you hear. A lot of it is just clickbait. Good morning, and welcome to the Doom Report. Okay, guys, so there is a lot of misinformation and fake news stories and that floating around, especially in social media. But not just social media. Sometimes these stories even make it to the mainstream media. So you need to do your research if you hear something outlandish. Okay, there's a story going around right now about a global power outage coming in July. Now, it's not true. It was made up by some guys on social media, and it just kind of spread because, well, fear sells, and this is the problem. Even with some of the channels on this platform, they try to scare you, they try to get your emotions up, because that's what makes money for them. And the mainstream media has picked up on this too. You know, they boost their ratings, and the higher their ratings go, the more money they make. So they can get your emotions high and get you to spread the word so other people watch their broadcasts, then, well, they make more money. Just like they were doing with Three Eye Atlas a few months ago, talking about, aliens and the mothership and yada, 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 yada. Trying to get everybody's emotions up and get everybody scared. And I don't want you to be scared. I want you to be prepared. I'm not going to tell you some kind of outlandish story unless I've looked into it, found out that it's true. And I haven't found one yet. So just like the story about what's going to happen in August, right? We're supposed to lose gravity for, I don't remember how long it is, 7 minutes or something like that. And everybody's going to float away. That's not true either. It's not going to happen, okay? That was another story made up online by somebody just to get everybody fired up. So if you hear something outlandish or something that makes you go, wow, look into it a little deeper to find out if there's any fact behind it or if it's just fear-mongering or trying to get your emotions up so they get more clicks or, more higher ratings or whatever the case may be, because, hey, fear sells. So, and that's the whole point behind doing it. So anyway, guys, just stay vigilant when it comes to that. And now on to the rest of the news. Trump has extended the ceasefire for only 3 to 5 days, according to a report from Fox News. According to a report from the Iranian state TV, 2 ships were attacked by Revolutionary Guard and are now in the Revolutionary Guard's custody. Thousands more U.S. troops have been deployed and are headed for the Middle East. The report does not say how many thousands, but more troops on the way. So, sticking with the fake news narrative, yeah, the war's almost over. Yeah, I don't think so. After the election in Virginia, Democrats now gain an edge over Trump's national GOP redistricting push. The Trump administration sues Southern Poverty Law Center on fraud charges. Imagine that. They're stealing the poor people's money. Vice President J.D. Vance pauses his trip to Pakistan for the talks with Iran. Well, that's because they weren't going to show up, so there was no use going sitting in an empty room talking to yourself. CBS, in an interview with Transportation Secretary Duffy on the concerns of AI replacing air traffic controllers, he was quoted saying that's not going to happen. A Texas court decision says public schools may be required to display the 10 Commandments in classrooms. The UK has banned an entire generation from smoking. So the new law that went into effect over there is if you were born after 2008, it is illegal for you to smoke. Mexico is going to beef up its security at the tourist sites after the shooting at the pyramids. It's a little late now, isn't it? Democratic Representative Sheila McCormick has resigned from Congress right before the vote on whether they should expel her anyway for allegedly stealing $5 million in federal funds. A judge has dismissed Kash Patel's defamation lawsuit over claims that he frequently attended nightclubs. The FBI has now launched a probe into the dead and missing scientists linked to the space and military industries and says it's something sinister. I don't know, seems like they may be getting ready for Project Bluebeam, maybe? The U.S. officials killed in Mexico after anti-drug operations were working for the CIA. I know we touched on this yesterday, but this is still an ongoing story. Fewer people approve of President Trump's handling of the economy as his approval numbers are going down. I don't think anybody's going to argue with the fact that the economy is definitely not in a good place right now. An NPR report says with 3 resignations in a week, Congress faces scrutiny for how it handles misconduct. I'm betting if you looked hard enough, you could probably throw every one of them in jail. U.S. operations against Iran expand to the Indian Ocean with the recent tanker capture. You know, this is how it starts. It just starts to spread a little bit. World War I, World War II didn't start overnight. They started at small things and spread into bigger ones. A woman bitten 3 times by a snake is the 3rd Californian to die so far this year from snake bites. Stay away from the nope rope. A fired former UK official said he felt political pressure to approve Mandelson as the U.S. ambassador. El Salvador is holding a mass trial for 486 alleged gang members. There is an ongoing investigation into whether ChatGPT is criminally liable for the Florida State University shooting. According to the Department of Homeland Security Secretary, the DHS will run out of money for paychecks in May. RFK Jr. brazenly says measles outbreak is not his fault and he has never been an anti-vaxxer. America's disapproval rating of Congress is now matched a historic all-time high. Well, maybe because, they're all on the E list and they definitely aren't doing anything to help us. They're supposed to be representing us, yet, I think everybody could agree they don't have us in their best interest. A dozen red states have jumped on board and want to help defend Trump's anti-mail voting executive order. My personal opinion on that is I don't think you should be able to mail in your ballot unless you're in the military and deployed overseas. In that case, it's perfectly fine. A New York Times article says Anthropic's new Mythos AI model sets off global alarms. This is the one they didn't want to release to the public because they said it wasn't safe. I don't know what they meant by wasn't safe, but Skynet. The Trump administration is in advanced talks with Spirit Airlines on a rescue package. If we have a small business or something and something goes wrong, we don't get a bailout, so I say let the big businesses fall. A report from The Guardian says AI hallucinations found in high-profile Wall Street law firm filing. What, so now the AI is hallucinating? Oh, great. A New York Times report says Trump blinked first in extending the ceasefire with Iran. Fires are spreading in South Georgia amid the worsening drought. This is also going to affect our food supply, guys. Between the fertilizer and the droughts, there's going to be food shortages, I'm telling you. The Lyrid meteor shower is still at its peak, so if you get a chance and some clear skies, check that out. I went outside last night and tried to see some, but it was cloudy here, so I didn't get a chance to. Was kind of disappointed. The Washington Post says that the CDC won't publish a report showing that the Charlie Victor 19 jab cut the likelihood of hospital visits. Well, that's probably because it's fake news. I don't think anybody thinks that jab helped anything. Today is Earth Day 2026, so happy Earth Day. And the theme of this year's Earth Day is Our Power, Our Planet, focusing on accelerating the transition to clean energy. Well, guys, that's the Doom Report for today. Have a happy Wednesday. Don't forget to check out We All Gonna Die Wednesday on Hudson Valley later on this evening. I will see you all there. Thanks for stopping by. Hit all the buttons because it does help. This is OVP signing off. Remember, don't wait for SHTF because it's not going to wait for you. And we will see you all on the next one. Have a good day.